Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I know I'm making this video after a really long time. I just really wanted a break. What happens is that the algorithm and the trends keep on changing on YouTube as well. So the video that I used to make, like review videos or makeup looks, they kind of were not getting that much traction. So you kind of lose interest. And I thought, it's time to take a break, sit back and rethink. But the basic content of my video or my channel is going to remain the same. This is still going to be a review channel and I'm going to review new launches. So I have received quite a lot of new launches, and in today's video I'm going to swatch all the shades of Earth Rhythm's Matte Set Go foundation. So there are 14 shades in this range, and this is I think the darkest color that I'm holding up right here. This is a 30 ml tube, and these are priced to be $6.95 each. Now the formula is they call it Hydrating Face Fluid. They haven't called it foundation, so we will see how much coverage we are going to get. And this is a matte formula because it's mentioned Matte Set Go. But it contains hyaluronic acid, jojoba oil, niacinamide and lotus extract. So I'm assuming that despite of being a matte finish, this is going to be pretty hydrating for my skin. Let's hope so. So first of all, I'm going to swatch all 14 shades so that you guys can see which shade suits you. In my opinion, 45Y suits me. A lot of shades are marked as P and N, which means they have pink, neutral and yellow tone shades. So I'm going to swatch all of them one by one first of all, and then we'll move on to the demo part. So let's start the swatches. This is the first color, which is almost white, and the name of this shade is, the first shade is 10N Ivory Bone. Then we have 20Y Doughy Drawn, which is barely any different from the first one. Then we have 25P Cool Beans. So as you can see, P means pink. This is also very pink, the first one. And then this one is quite yellow, the second one I swatched. Then we have 35N Honey Pie. Then we have 40Y by Cappuccino. Then we have 45Y Molten Golden, which is my shade. But as you can see, it is very yellow because the shade before this is very light. This one has like a lot of orange undertones, but this is the shade that will go for my complexion. Rest of the shades are very light. Then we have 50N Almond Toner. You can see 50N is pretty rich than 45. Then we have 55Y Sandland, which is again pretty rich. Now you can see the vast shift in tones when we see these shades. Like before 45, all the shades are very light. I'm not sure if they have more shades. I'll mention on the screen. If they have more shades between 45 and the rest of the colors, then it's good. Otherwise the shift is pretty off because these shades are very light. Like the first 5 shades are very light, and then this shade is jumps into the medium deep category. So there is no other shade before this that could suit people who are slightly lighter than me, which is weird. But now they have a lot of dark colors, which is good. Then we have 60P Cult Caramel. Then we have 75P Spiced Coffee, which is very light. I hope they have not numbered it or labeled it incorrectly because see, this is very light. Then we have 80P Tan Tawny. Again the color is pretty lighter than the previous colors and more pink. Then we have 85N Toasty Tot. This is 85N. Then we have 90Y Espresso. I'm going to swatch it right here. It's pretty dark. As you can see, it's very dark. Then I have 95N Downtown. This is very dark. I can use it as my contour color because it's very dark. But these are all the 14 colors that I have received. Like I mentioned, there is a steep jump. Like there is a weird jump between the colors from like before 45Y and after 45Y. There are a lot of colors that don't make sense. But this is how the swatches look like. As you can see, 45 suits me the best because the shades that are after 45 are pretty dark and more yellow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly give you a quick demo of the 45Y, and I'm going to just wash my face, apply moisturizer and come back. And I'm going to use shade number 45Y, which is the closest match. I have already tried it once and I'll tell you, I was not impressed. It was kind of patchy on my face, but I did not use it alone. I used the Get Set Glow. This is like a highlighting primer from Arthrodam. This is also a new launch and I applied it before applying the foundation because I was testing both the products. So this time I'm not going to apply this underneath, and we'll see if this was the culprit, because the foundation was extremely patchy on my face, especially around my brows and on my nose, and it wasn't looking good. This is their primer plus moisturizer with SPF 50. It offers broad spectrum protection. It is like a tinted, not tinted, this is like a liquid highlighter, so I'm not sure if I would like to apply it as it is on my face, but this is what I had on in my previous video, so I'm going to skip it this time and I'm going to apply the foundation directly. This is the consistency, so this is not too runny. I thought it will be very runny because it has hyaluronic acid and it is kind of a hydrating formula. The generally hydrating formulas are a bit runny. So I'm using this sponge and apply it on my face. As you can see very clearly, the foundation is quite orange on my face. Yeah, as the name suggested, this is a matte finish foundation. It blended in pretty quickly, and as you can see, the finish is very matte, very matte. I think I will call it a natural to medium coverage foundation because it is giving me nice coverage. However, I'm not going to use it much because it is pretty matte. I'll just quickly apply a little bit on my forehead and then we are going to compare both the sides. Now dab motion is not working that well with this, so I have to tap and swipe, but I'm pretty surprised that now the foundation is blending beautifully. There are no patches, so I think the primer did not work that well underneath, and I have applied a very light layer. I took around a pea-size amount, and this is how it looks on one side of my face. You can see it looks very natural. Even though the color was slightly dark and more yellow, I mean it still looks very much yellow, but I am sure once I apply it on this side as well, it's going to look much more seamless. It will not feel stretchy because I have applied Bioderma's Etoderm Balm, which is heavy duty moisturizer, so it will not feel stretchy. So if you are planning to use this foundation, make sure to apply a nice moisturizer beforehand, so that your skin does not look or feel extremely dry. And see, it's blending like magic. Whatever foundation, I still have so much on my hand, so I think the coverage is also pretty nice, pretty awesome. So this foundation is more suitable for oily skin, oily to combination skin type, and if you have dry skin and you still want to use it, like I mentioned, make sure your skin is thoroughly moisturized. Use a nice heavy duty moisturizer and then apply this. But I'm pretty surprised with the coverage and how quickly it blended in. I'm going to take whatever is left and apply it under my eyes. I'm not going to use a separate concealer. We'll see if it is buildable. I'm sure it is because the formula feels pretty good. I'm so happy that it's not patchy, and the issue was the primer which I used, because it is quite nice. The formula is quite nice, and also Arthrodam is a clean formulation, so if you are into cleaner formulations, you can give this a try. Now I think this is a medium coverage, natural to medium coverage foundation, and it will not exactly cover all of your blemishes, but it is a pretty nice formula if you wear foundation to work and you are looking for something that can be applied with your fingers and blend quickly, then you can give this a try. Also, for information, this is not a paid video. I just received all the shades and thought of utilizing the PR package and swatch all the colors. So As you can see, I have applied the same color under my eyes and it has covered it pretty much. And when I'm looking at the mirror up close, it has covered my face pretty nicely. I'm also loving the finish. The finish is pretty matte, but I'm sure if you have oily skin or very oily combination skin, this is going to work wonders. And even on my dry skin, I am not going to powder it up, of course, and I'm thinking of using only cream products on the top of it so that it can, you know, actually get some amount of moisture from the product that I'm going to layer. But I think that overall it's looking pretty nice. So I'm going to do rest of my makeup and then come back. I'm sure it's going to take me another 15-20 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you how my skin looks after 15-20 minutes, whether it has settled into fine lines, whether it has crumbled or become crusty or not, and then we'll take it from there. So this is how I look after full face of makeup. I know I look very different, and I'm going to tell you the lipstick I'm wearing because a lot of you are going to ask about it. So I'm wearing Chocolate Temptation number 304 from Lakme Absolute Lip Mousse. I'm going to swatch them very soon. I have 5 shades with me and I'll talk about the formula and everything in that video. This is how the makeup looks like, and I'm pretty surprised with how the foundation is still looking on me. It hasn't settled in the fine lines or the smile lines of my face. It hasn't moved or nothing. I mean, I frown and make a lot of faces, but it hasn't settled in my forehead lines, so which is pretty impressive, to be honest, for a matte formula, because on the skin it feels extremely matte. I mean, it looks extremely matte, but it doesn't feel drying. My skin is dry to very dry, and if I wear a mattifying formula, my skin ends up looking really crusty, and it also settles, like the foundation or the formula also settles in my fine lines. But this one doesn't do that, and I'm very happy, very surprised with the finish. I will highly recommend you guys to check out the Hydrating Face Fluid from the Earth Rhythm. It is their newest launch. The brand is a clean beauty brand. This is 100% vegetarian and cruelty free, so if that matters to you, you can give this a shot. I'm going to link it in the description box below. Unfortunately, I do not have a discount code or coupon code with me, but this is a really good formulation, really good for everyday wear. If you can find your shade, if you are of my complexion or darker than me, then I'm sure you are going to find your shade with the swatches that I did. And I think after doing my full face of makeup, the shade doesn't look darker than my complexion. It actually blends very beautifully, and my neck and my face doesn't look too different. From up close, it doesn't look like it. I'm not sure how is it looking on the camera. So yeah, this was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it and found it helpful. Let me know which next product you want me to review next. I have received concealers, and I'm also thinking of buying some new foundations and review them. If you want me to do a review on my current favorite foundations, let me know. I have a few of them that I really enjoy using on a daily basis. So yeah, this was about it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. If you did, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. If you're watching me for the first time, please subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.